Saturday night in the hangar, and we welcome the Sheffield Steeldogs to town for the second and final time in 2024. February starts and we see the last 2 months of the regular season begin, with both these teams desperate for points if they wish to make the playoffs come April. I'm joined this week by the man from the Steel City himself, who was nice enough to have me up there in December. Roger Williams, thank you for coming down and joining me here tonight.
Thanks for having me back, Joe. Happy to be here.
Obviously, the Steeldogs, it's not been the nicest run since I was up there in Christmas, but it's a team that feels that maybe they just need a game to turn a corner.
Yeah, we thought the win up in Solway, was that 2 weeks ago, kind of felt like a corner turn, but then last weekend wouldn't prove that to be otherwise. But yeah, as we were saying before we went live, you know, this is it's a massive weekend for both teams. You know, I think it's potentially kind of quit or bust for certainly the Steeldogs, and I think Bees equally need those points in terms of catching up with the Raiders.
Well, obviously the league table as it currently stands, as Roger says, it's a big weekend for both teams. Any team coming out with a 0-point weekend from these two nights is in deep trouble. The Bees sit 9th, 1 point behind the Raiders. The Steeldogs 10th, they're 5 points behind the Raiders. I feel if the Steeldogs do get a 0-point weekend, it might all be over, but strange things have happened in hockey. The Leeds Knights still sit top of the table, 5 points clear, 2 games in hand, but they proved that they were mortal during the week, especially last night, going down 9-4 on aggregate to the Hull Seahawks in the National Cup semi-final. And Roger, I said last week that the top 5 spots seem to be taken now. It's really any 3 from the bottom 5 still for the last 3 spots.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, say that top 5, you would say, have been consistent across the year. Telford have come and gone a bit, but you kind of feel will pull up. But then you've got 4 teams, and I'd say even Bristol, you know, with 73 imports. Can we count them out quite yet? I'm not sure. I think probably we can just by the numbers game, but there's still plenty to play for in the final 2 months of the season.
If in doubt, throw more money at it. So lineups tonight for the TSI World Bees. Not icing tonight is number 2 Adam Rossbottom, 17 Harry Harker, 95 Ty Cathcart, Joe Baird not icing, and Harvey Stead sits game 3 of a 9-game suspension for a check to the head up in Hull 2 weeks ago. He obviously won't be back until March. Roger, who on the Bees lineup tonight sticks out to you?
Well, it's always, usually a treat to see Vanya Antonov playing. A man who technically was a Steeldogs player, never actually put on the shirt, but technically was a Steeldog. But he's a quality guy. You know, could he be playing at a different level if his ambitions were such? Quite possibly. But I'm sure Bees will be glad to have him on the ice tonight. And a guy who keeps bouncing around this league and keeps showing flashes of real quality is Zane McKenzie. You know, it's interesting because he's on a 2-way with Panthers now, I believe, which kind of shows that, again, Panthers are seeing something there. And I've seen some brilliant performances out of Zane over the past few years, so interested to see how he slots into the Bees lineup.
And obviously for our visitors, the Sheffield Steeldogs this evening, not icing tonight. 56 Lee Hayward, 81 Charlie Thompson, Michael Danico and Aidan Dancer. That's not the Steeldogs.
It's just orange, isn't it?
It's just orange. They all blend in. It's Lee Hayward, Charlie Thompson, Michael Danico and Aidan Dancer, all not icing tonight. For the Steeldogs, Roger, who are the people that the Bees fans should be watching out for this evening?
Well, with no Hayward and with Tim Smith having retired, that puts a lot more responsibility on those senior figures at the back, and there's none more senior and none better probably than Ben Morgan. I think anybody that's kind of seen this league over the years has seen Morgan in action, and at 36 he's still as good as he ever was, so his impact will be important.
We're back in 2 minutes after the national anthem. The one time I want you to talk more about a team is the one time they've been out early all year. all year. They're never on time. Roger would be a second name for the fans to watch out for the Steeldogs this evening.
Yeah, well, I think the big challenge for the Dogs in the past couple of months has been goal scoring, maybe even all season. I think the guy who has both the goal scoring touch and that bit of magic to bring others into play is Matt Bissonette, who was missing for a couple of weekends recently, and surprise, surprise, no points for the Dogs over those weekends. But I feel if Biz can have a good night, then the Dogs can have a good night.
Well, as our starting netminders for tonight's game, firstly for the visitors, the Sheffield Steeldogs, Dimitri Zamozdra starts in net, 9-14-0 on the year, an 897 save percentage, 4.10 goals against average in just a tick under 1,406 minutes in the crease. At the other end for the Bees, it's a welcome return for number 44, Brithan Preece. He's 11-15-2 on the year, an 879 save percentage, 4.38 goals against average, and also a tick under 1,602 minutes in the crease. Our officials this evening in the Water Wings of Power are Mr. Will Hewitt and Mr. Paul Brooks. This is by the lines from Mr. Andy Cook and Mr. Flynn Stitch Cunningham.
Are you sure it's not Belfit, not Hewitt?
We got told Will Hewitt, that's definitely yeah. I'm gonna blame whoever gives us duff information each week. I got told it was Will Hewitt, that is definitely Mr. Richard Belfit there and Mr. Paul Brooks. So the Steeldogs won here just before Halloween. Thanks to a tremendous performance from Jonathan Phillips, Jason Stewart and Matt Bissonette. That top line worked wonders. The Bees return the favour, coming from 2 goals down up in Sheffield just before Christmas. Game 3 of 5. These two teams meet again tomorrow night. Sheffield, tomorrow afternoon, really, I guess. And we have the opening puck drop from Miss Paul Brooks. The Bees into the zone straight away. Vangansov snaps the chance on goal. Dimitri Zamozdra gloves it. 6 seconds for a nice early face.
It's like a matchup of the fish bowls with between Antonov and Hewitt tonight.
Why is Jason Stewart wearing a fish bowl?
I believe he's having some dental work done, so he's protecting the investment.
Yes, Sam Bullis used to do that all the time in Swindon as well. Puck back to the blue line. Down low, chance for Balaz. Seems to go wider than net. Steeldogs able to recover and get there first. Long stretch pass. Misses everybody. Nobody picks up a man going back door. Phillips. Cycles round, shot towards goal, off the bouncy backboards. Bradley able to beat Volkanov to the puck, finds Baird. Bees break the other way, Antonov. Drop past Balaz, that's blocked offside by Zamozdra. Let's turn it over once more, Antonov, 2 men for company. Slides it into the corner, where Sam Cooper will collect. Mogg for the Bees. Tries to lead the rush out, down his pass. Not to anyone in particular. Kirk will dump it back in. Bees go again. Doughty finds Rose. Into the zone, cross-ice pass through a sea of sticks. That shot well wider than that. Doughty able to find Mogg on the blue line, who throws that one down deep. Shot from the goal line, save from Zamozdra, loose in front. Able to clear. Spur. Carried ahead by Hewitt. And stop. Doughty's able to get it out of the zone. Vitali will clear it out. Brammer back to collect. Bissonette. Sees a return pass from Spur. Hewitt goes offside. Stopped your play. Change of lines from the last time I saw them. Obviously, splitting up the trio of Bissonette, Phillips, and Hewitt.
Yeah, I think that possibly that game down here was the first game they were put together after the start of the year. They stayed together for a couple of months, but Jono's been kind of moving on to that second line with Brownlee and Volkanovs to try and get a bit of secondary scoring or scoring at all.
And it's a hell of a player to have, being able to call on for your second unit. Jonathan Phillips leading the Dogs in points so far this year, 42. Up in the B zone, Bradley no look pass, almost risky, is risky now, Steeldogs with it. Down low, chance in front, glove by Preece. Bell with the quick bell wrister on goal, he'll hold on.
So as Tom Palmer attempting to get the tip out front there. Celebrated his birthday this week.
Something that was very effective for the Tigers last week. They just sat a guy in front of the paint all night and had them tip shots on goal. And I think 2 of the 6 goals were tip-ins over Shepherd's glove. Priest back from injury, starting tonight for the first time, well, in February, obviously. Kirk's attempted shot is blocked by Antonov. He'll break into the zone. Front door chance. Goodbye. Big hit in front as Zamozra moves across to stop the shot. Who needs breaks when you have a goaltender?
I'm sure he's got some crumple zones.
Sam Cooper as well. Sam Cooper always seems up for games against us. I wonder why.
No comment?
Nope. Completely innocent. Face off to Zamozdra's right. Won by the Steeldogs. Turned over. Antonov. Toe drag round Volkanovs. Has to go back to Bradley. His attempted pass picked off once again. Steeldogs into the zone, loses the handle on the puck. Priest pushes it aside for Nags. I'll leave it for Bradley. His attempted clearance immediately blocked in front by Volkanovs. Puck loose in the slot, chance in front, shot blocked by Bradley. Bobble takes it out the zone. Chance for Cam Brownlee there. Carry it into the zone, that takes a deflection off stick, high up into the netting. Just a tick in the 3.5 minutes gone, and obviously last time these 2 teams met, it was already 2-0 Sheffield at this point. So a much better start for the Bees.
Yeah, say they got off to a real quick start that night and then pretty much stopped, as I recollect, but it was a quick start.
I think it's both games previously, the Stogs have scored inside the first 90 seconds. So at least we're learning. It's only takes to February. Face off to Priest's right, won by Bissonette. Pump down low, finds Hewitt. Gets to the blue line. Spur tries to bring it away from the corner. Bissonette turns, fires back up to the blue line. Shot coming in, blocked in front, bobble in. Priest shoves it aside as Paul Brooks takes a tumble in front. He's able to clear. Morgan not quite able to keep that one in the zone. Pressured by Downey, sends him all the way back the other end of the ice. Sheffield turnover again. Bees lovely drop pass there for Rose. Vitali spins away from one. Down low chance, no one there in the black shirt. Dogs able to bring it away. No, that one's also blocked by Downey. Coming together at the blue line. Puck finds its way to Vitali. Back to the blue line. Tip in front. That one goes wide of the net this time. He's still with it. Stead. Back to Morris. Around the ball to go. It's Bradley. From the hash marks. Takes the hit. Loses the puck for a moment. Dogs able to clear the zone, more importantly.
Finally.
Bradley finds McKenzie up the right-hand side. McKenzie shot across goal, kicked aside by Zamolstra. Back to Morris, he fires one in. That one takes a couple of bobbles away from net. Good work in front from the Bees. Dogs able to come away with the puck. Dermott. Comes to his D partner. Back to Palmer, left-hand wing. Loses the puck into the Bradley. Finds a wide open Tom Goodbye. Big hit at the blue line. Wasn't really coming off the worst there. Tom Dermott taking a tumble. That one is fired off a linesman with an audible yell. And Bradley carries it up the right wing again. Tries to drop it off to Goodbye. Loses all momentum. Fired around the boards. Antonov manages to find Baird, blue line, towards goal. Balaz's tip goes wide. Dogs able to clear the zone once more. Go over centre ice, dumping him. Nags tries to spin away from Doxy. Antonov able to get away from Phillips. Penalty called on that one. Delayed call coming. That one's dropped to Antonov. Losing the handle, collected. And that penalty will be called. It's Jonathan Phillips 2 for tripping. 6:43 the time of the penalty. And the Bees will head to the man advantage for the first time tonight.
So yeah, a bit of an issue for the Dogs, I think, in recent weeks, and through those, a good session there was not clearing their own zone. Had 2, maybe 3 attempts when they could have cleared the zone, they didn't. So just inviting more pressure on themselves. So I haven't seen them down this end of the rink too much in the past few minutes, and probably won't for the next 2.
Bees power play this year, 32 goals on the year, 21.77% efficiency. Steeldogs have given up 33 goals on the penalty kill, 73.39%. Bees scored 3 times against Telford on the man advantage last weekend. The puck goes up and out of play. Quick change to get the Bees top power play unit out now.
Because that 13 seconds made all the difference, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Quick breather, back out you go, lads. Please win the draw. Goodbye, can't keep it in the zone. That will kill more seconds for the Dogs. Bradley leads the rush up ice. Drops off the right side. Vitali with a chance. That one's off of Zamolstra and cleared. This will have to come out of the net to play it. Antonov drops it off for goodbye. Finds Vitali up the right wing. Spins away from one, finds Antonov. Goodbye. Good puck movement this time. Bradley's chance saved by Zamolstra. Back in front, Vitali's chance blocked over by Zamolstra this time. Bissonette is there to clean up. And turns it over almost immediately. It's uncharacteristic for Matt Bissonette. Vitali finds balance. 48 seconds left on the minor. Backdoor chance, saved by Zamolstra once more. Balance switches wings by a chance in front. That one's wide this time. Not a lot of movement now for the Bees. It's all gone very static. The Steeldogs pounce on the opportunity and clear it the length of the ice. 30 seconds left. Bradley carries it away from Spur into the zone. Can't get past the defender. And Dogs will clear once more. That will probably do it for the man advantage. Baird. Cross ice finds Webb. Can't get on the end of it again. Once more stuck under a linesman, and that will do it for Steelers power play. And they'll bounce the other way. Shot from the hash mark, saved by Priest. Cam Brownie with a chance. And the Dogs, they see off that 2 minutes and have the puck at the right end of the ice.
Yeah, it's probably one of those where both power play and penalty kill would say, yeah, could have done better, but both positive signs of creating and positive signs of killing as well.
Face off left of Britton Priest. Won by the Dogs. Kirk. Cross. Deflection almost takes to the Volkanovs. And Balakian will pick the puck up now. Spins away from one check from Baird. Can't avoid the second. Held up in the corner. Takes a tumble. Takes a stick in the face off of Brendan Baird. It's accidental, I would say. Still probably a penalty. Wilstead will carry it up ice. Shot is kicked aside by Zamolstra, up into the netting. Volkanovs is up and okay. Here's coming together. I'm not sure what Brendan Baird is doing with this stick that high, really.
It was a long way for Mr. Belfit to see, wasn't it?
I'll try not to get me in trouble now, Roger. Come on. Dogs break off the draw. Bissonette, cross goal, kicked away by Priest, kept in the blue line, shot back in traffic. He's blocked by Rose. Bissonette, back to the blue line, wind up, fired, and straight into the glove of Priest. Saw it the whole way on that one. Matt Bissonette and Ollie Nang. So Ollie's been a lovely kid, great season, but I don't think he's going to win a physical battle against Matt Bissonette. I don't think there's many D-men in the league who would.
I say usually with Biz, it's just that stick length that will win him a lot of battles, outreach most players.
Does a very good job, especially on swatch, stopping counter-attacks, just sticks in the lane, preventing the breakout pass. Face off Priest's right, Bissonette wins the draw. That shot screened on, but luckily it's wide. Doughty is able to clear, Spur collects. Switch pass finds Bissonette. Tips into the corner. No, that no-look pass from Rose does not work. Bissonette finds Hewitt. Tries to go back in front. That one and stick a line there from Ed Bradley stops that pass. Bradley's able to clear. Just over halfway through this first period. Hewitt carries it up the left wing, steps around Bradley. Rose shovels it around Doughty. Good block on James Spur. Balaz collects the loose puck behind the Bees net. Leaves it for Mogg. Mogg fires that one into the dog zone. Brammer's there. Can't clear. Loose in front. Antonov with a chance, and Antonov shovels it home. No idea how that one's gone in, but Vanya Antonov opens the scoring 10:55 with his 11th goal of the year. And yeah. I think it's an own goal, actually. Antonov able to good to bring it down. I think Ben Morgan's just poked it past Zamozra and in.
Just seemed to be, nobody knew quite where it was, and
unfortunate, I think is the phrase there.
Yeah. I'm slightly alarmed by your goal light as well, the red cross flashing up.
Yeah, Satan is in the building. Turned over in the Bees defensive zone. Antonov up the right hand side, takes a hit. Balaz able to find Baird. Baird down low for Goodbye. That one seems to go off the side of the post and goes wide. Antonov from Goodbye and Balaz is the Bees' first goal. Dogs chip it in. Down low, knocked loose. Antonov first to it, ahead of Palmer. Phillips jumps on that pass, but his is turned over to Liam Morris, and Morris will put the Jets on. Skates out with the man, Lewis Bell. Round he goes, Wilstead back there, that shot is immediately blocked. McKenzie. Pass tipped down again. Dogs not quite able to clear the zone. Palmer, hesitant to pass, is blocked by two Bees this time. The turnovers in neutralised at the moment. Bradley with the latest one. Not on the side really able to get hold of the puck for now. Morris decides retreating is the best form of attack at the moment. Stead, able to chip it around Bell. Turner is there to clear. Palmer's cross-ice pass is to a black shirt once more. McKenzie able to get there ahead of Bell. Dogs still not quite able to get a foothold in this game. Now might be the opportunity. Lovely move to win to the zone from Tate Sugar, but the shot is blocked by Baird. Back to the blue line, shot in front, tip for Hewitt. No, that one goes wider than net. Cannon from the blue line, that one's straight into the glove of Priest. Palmer once more trying to get the tip in front.
That'll be something that's changed since these two teams last met, is Jack Brammer now finds himself on D. It's ironically we've lost D, so let's, well, maybe it's not ironic, maybe it's fitting, but there were other guys ahead of him in the queue, but I think management have seen something that he brings, and I've certainly not looked out of place.
No, he's very competent back there, and that's just in the first 15 minutes of this one. Hewitt, pinned down low, puck loose to Bissonette. Tries to go to the low slot. Downey is there to clean up. That one comes off Morgan's stick and up into the Bees bench.
Yes, I thought it was a completely new move for Jack, but having spoken to somebody through the week, I think as a junior he did play on D, but yeah, certainly slotted in very well.
Face off to Priest's left. Won by the Dogs. Hewitt's face off goes all the way back into the Steeldogs zone where Brammer will collect. Coming together between Brammer and Vitali. Penalty called on the B, I think. Hooking is the call. So I've got to imagine that is going to be on the B's. 13:49 time of the penalty. Good work being able to draw a penalty from all the way back there.
Yeah.
As Gianni Vitali will take a sit. 2 minutes for hooking. Steeldogs power play, 22 goals on the year, 19.82%. The Bees have given up 32 power play goals, 74.40 success rates on the kill. The Dogs did score twice on the power play here in October. On 3 goes. And that shot comes in from Kirk, saved by Priest. Jonathan Kirk leads the team with 5 power play goals so far this year, or joint lead with Jonathan Phillips. Both of them out on this top unit. Bissonette up the left wing. Shot on goal, sink off the shoulder of Priest. Fired off at a weird angle afterwards though. Hewitt, backdoor chance for Bissonette, tipped out of play by Stuart Mogg. And Mogg's actually scored. There's a lot of goals down here below us, supposed to tip it in one of those. .131 remaining on the man advantage, 5:42 left in the first. Puck back to the blue line, shot in front, kicked aside by Priest. Morris just about gets there ahead of Phillips, but Phillips able to find Bissonette. Snap shot from Hewitt is wide. Kirk able to keep it in. Spur. Bissonette. Steps in, drops it off a Spur. All 4 Bs dragged to one side. Bissonette, chance in front, save Priest. Spur tries to go back, finds Hewitt. Back to Kirk. Bissonette fans on that pass. Balaz collects, leaves it for Morris, who loses it centre ice. Balaz there to clean up, take it away from Hewitt. Marcel Balaz farms a chance, and Marcel Balaz rips one home short-handed. The Bees double their leads. Well, definitely, fortunately, 15:06 time of the goal. And Marcel Balaz is 32nd of the year. Marcel Balaz is able to muscle out 2 Steeldogs. Finds an opportunity and fires it under the blocker as Zimosdra.
And coming from what looked a fairly innocent loss of the puck at centre ice, but yeah, Balaz just charged on and held on and found the shot.
Marcel Balaz is 32nd of the year. That's also now his own personal record for National League points with his 67th of the year. 66 last year in Basingstoke. A short-handed goal for the Bees, their 7th of the year. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Dogs into the zone. Shudra goes offside. Balaz from Morris is the short-handed goal. I feel it's quite generous.
Yeah, that's a very generous assist.
Take all the points you can get.
Yes. Yeah.
Steeldogs with a draw. Just over 10 seconds left on the Vitali minor. Dogs seem quite happy to let the rest of the time run out as they finally launch an attack. Tipped into the corner, Sugar will win the foot race. Back to Brownlee. Chance in front, glove down by Priest and knocked loose. Shudra, as the Bees return to full strength. Back to Brownlee. Down at the goal line. Chance blocked off Brennan Bett's stick. Rose will clear the zone. Dogs once more on the rush. Steps around Bradley. Pass off the side of the net from Volcanovs. Played ahead. Icing is going to be called on that one. 3:30 remaining in the first.
Yeah, that power play opportunity just kind of felt like a summary of how things have been for the Dogs since the turn of the year. Some good signs, and then and certainly unlucky short-handed goal.
Very.
Yeah. It'd almost feel better if it was some moments of brilliance, but it was more kind of like, well, not quite dumb luck, but
element of surprise if
yes.
we're being generous.
Yeah.
Stead will fire it down low off the draw. Smith. Back to Stead, playing forward tonight. He's been D-man most of the year. Webb. Back to Morris, who vice versa is playing D tonight. He's been forward most of the year. Wilstead avoids one hit, keeps the stick, one goes flying there. Shovel down low, it's caught by Zamosdra, he'll hold on. Tick over 3 minutes remaining in the first. The Bees have done a good job of pinning the Dogs into their own zone and not letting them out. A very good forecheck. Something the Bees have tried to be doing over the last couple of weeks. Tonight it seems to be successful so far. Dogs win the draw. Morgan, that pass able to be collected. Turned over and neutralised. Rose. Morris chops that one up off the glass. Brammer, around the ball it goes. Spur. Can the Dogs pounce? Spur tries to go for the toe drag around Mogg. Good work from the captain. Able to find Vitale and the impending hit from Hewitt. Vitale at the right hand side, shot blocked off the glass behind. Dogs clear it, icing signalled and waved off. Bear could have played it. Tried his luck. Antonov sets Vitale away. Drop pass to Antonov. Back to the blue line and Baird. Through traffic. Zamosdra sees that one, clutches it against his chest. Face off once again. Pinned down in the Dog zone. Face off, won by the Bees. Baird finds his way round to Nags. Go back to his D partner, goodbye. Shot front, glove high by Zamosdra. Holds on.
Is it wrong that I'm thinking about just getting through to the end of the period and restarting?
It does feel it. Goodbye with a shot there blocked in front. It's a very weird first period here for the Dogs as they break the other way. And that one is offside as Cam Brownlee does a lovely pirouette at centre ice. The ice dancing was last week, Cam. We haven't got time for it this week.
Should quickly mention it's Cam's birthday today. I've no idea how old he is. He's still about 18 to me, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
Gives me a chance. I was told to say happy 30th birthday, Shannon. And if you didn't want your age announced online, blame Liam. He told me to do it as a penalty is called there on the Bees. Vanya Antonov heading to the box. 2 minutes for high sticks. 18:34 the time of the penalty, and the Dogs will go back on the man advantage. doing everything tonight. There's the goal, there's the penalty. Dogs back with a man advantage, win the draw. Will this power play be better? Bissonette. Down over Spur. Bissonette. Fired across to Hewitt. Tries to go back to Bissonette. Good stick in the lane there from Dan Rose. Back up to the blue line. Kirk. Bissonette. Fires through traffic. Misses everyone. Hewitt can't get hold of that one. That bounces out of the zone. Final minute of the first period. Dogs just have to go all out for the next 50 seconds. Hewitt carries into the zone at speed. Tries to chip it around Mogg. Chance off the rebound there to Kirk. Reese able to save it. Morris only up to the blue line. Phillips can't get away from goodbye. Just under 30 seconds to go. Knocked loose. Down low, Hewitt with a chance in front. Hewitt saved by Priest. Puck balls away round to Phillips. 10 seconds. Loses the puck. Mogg fires it the length of the ice. Zamolstra out of his net to play it. Leaves it for Kirk. 3-1, and that will do it for the first 20 minutes of play. At 20 minutes of play, the ice has felt tilted down one end for the large majority of it. Vanya Antonov with a somewhat fortunate one, poked home by Ben Morgan on the back door before Marcel Balaz with a very, very fortunate short-handed goal. He seemed to just throw it on net and it snuck past Dimitri Zamolstra and in. After 20 minutes, it's Bees 2, Steeldogs 0. And Roger, the Steeldogs have to come up with something to stop this Bees forecheck.
Yeah, it's you know, it's got them pinned back, and as I mentioned, yeah, clearing their own zone has been an issue in recent weeks. You know, maybe Dom has kind of looked at some tape and spotted that and gone for that aggressive forecheck, but you know, they've got guys that can spring it. So actually, you know, if they can, you know, create some space and create some opportunities, but you know, that the shooters are there. Whether the confidence is there, I'm not so sure, but there are certainly guys that can score. Yeah, like you say, you know, 2 goals. You know, it's not a case of you two worldies, is it? But yes, that, you know, that's what happens. Yeah, whether they're beauties or not, they count the same. And you know, Bees have taken the opportunities, and Dogs haven't as yet.
Well, we'll wait and see. There's plenty in this game still to come. We'll be back with the second period in about 15 minutes' time. Welcome back to Slough for the second period of tonight's game. Elsewhere in the league, in games that have already started, as far as I can tell, it's the Leeds Knights 1, the Raiders 1, and the Bristol Pibbles 0, Telford Tigers 1. The only games with goals in at the moment. Other than here, where after 20 minutes, it's Bees 2, Sheffield 0. The first period, obviously goals from Vanya Antonov and Marcel Balaz. Shots on goal in that first period. There were 12 on Britton Priest and 13 on Dimitri Zamolstra, which feels generous at both ends, really. And obviously just the 3 penalties called in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like there were quite a few saves which were going wide anyway.
Obviously, Roger, 4 minutes still to play. What do the Dogs need to do to get back in this game? Other than the obvious.
Yeah, you know, it's cut out the mistakes, you know, get out of their zone quicker. Just say, you know, there's been some decent, you know, looks on Priest's goal, but not enough. And like you say, too much of the first period was spent camped in their own zone. So I think it's, yeah, was it moving the puck quicker, possibly quicker, or more exactly. So, you know, there were times when zones could have been cleared and weren't. But you know, I think a goal would do them a lot of good. It's a great cliche, but you know, the next goal could be crucial.
The Bees, despite the 2-goal lead, obviously they generated a lot of chances, but it's something we've seen the last 2 weekends as well. They haven't been the sharpest in front of net. The whole game 2 weeks ago in Telford last week, particularly in the third period, the last 10 minutes chasing a game, they've really struggled with well, they generated a lot of chances and didn't convert any of them. And tonight it's been a case of, again, generate a lot of chances, not necessarily converting them themselves, apart from the Balaz one, but they haven't needed help. So 35 seconds left on the man advantage for the Steeldogs. We just await a goal judge down below us. All clear. Richard Belfitt calls them in. Underway with full period number 2 as the Dogs win the draw. The disadvantage of having a power play and a crossover of a period. Bradley clears at the length of the ice. Hewitt finds Bissonette in the neutral zone. Round the spurt. Down low Phillips. Bissonette in front, chance, and that's shoveled home, and the Dogs come out the blocks firing. Power play marker 20-30. Well, let's see who it is. I think it's James Spur with the goal on that one.
I was just thinking, there's nobody in front of the goalie, there's nobody in front of the goalie, who cares? Yeah, that's Spurs.
Good work from Bissonette behind the goal. Sees him pinching in. Spur able to get that through the blocker of Priest. The Dogs on the board. James Spur, his 8th goal of the season. Halves the deficit early on. So Steeldogs scored 2 on 3 goes on the man advantage last time they were here. That's 1 for 2 tonight. Tails are up to start this second period. Almost turned over, is turned over this time. Spur from Bissonette and Phillips is the Dogs' first goal of the night. Bees break the other way. Antonov steps around Kirk, tries to go in front of the net, loses the handle on the puck off the side of the cage. Dogs the other way. Brownlee tries to drop off of Phillips. Good work there with the stick from Antonov. Foot race for the puck. Icing waved off as Samostra comes out of his net to play it. Takes it away from Balaz. By his pass into the slot is picked off by Brownlee. Sets Volkanov's away at the left wing. Steps inside one. Volkanov shot through traffic, blocked. Bees break the other way once more. Cross pass finds his way to Antonov. That one is offside by jumping the gun there.
Ballas and foot race, are they words that you don't generally put together too often?
No! I never said it was a quick foot race.
No, in fairness, it was almost uncontested. I was impressed by how easily Antonov initially ghosted past Jonathan Kirk, but in fairness, having got beaten, JK came back to him. But, yeah, quick hands from Vanya. And quick feet.
A staple of his game for many a year now as the Dogs win the draw. Brammer, long stretch pass. Bounces off the stick of Spur. Now settles on a finding Matt Bissonette. Spur will set Hewitt away. Hewitt backhanded into a dangerous area. And Priest, good job of covering up. The Dogs definitely coming out at the start of this second period at firing. Spur not quite able to get the handle on that one. Once again, apologies for the music.
I'm imagining you have to say that every week.
I do. As Roger said before we came on air, why are we at a child's disco?
Hello, Daddy.
Hewitt blows the time, Morgan can't keep that one in the zone. Pass to Hewitt. Bissonette winds up, fakes the shot a couple of times. Pass comes off the skate of Mogg. Knocked loose against Spur to Bissonette. Bruce does a good job of covering it up at the second time of asking. Maybe the ice is tilted just in one direction.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it easy for commentary when all the action's at the far end of the ice.
No. Is there any danger we're going to hit Agadoo?
If you ask him, you can.
No, it's not a request. I'm just trying to think.
I'm sure we can pass a message on if that is a request.
I'm just trying to think, what depths there are left to plummet based on what's been played already. But
I'm not saying my producers are evil, but they kind of are. Bees win the draw. Look to break out now with Webb. Webb siding his way through 3 dogs. Finds Will Stead. Puck pinned to the boards. Bell able to get it clear. And out the zone, more importantly. Baird wheels and fires it back in. Bounce off the Zamboni doors. Always entertaining as Doxy clears it up ice. Palmer can't get away from Nags. Dermot loses his footing. Practice a high bounce off a couple of sticks. Sells it back down. Nags plays himself into trouble this time. Good pressure from Doxy. Creates the turnover. Round the back of the net they go. Back to Dermot at the blue line. Across it goes Bell, shot in front, save from Priest. Covers it up at the second chance. And they'll hold on for the face-off.
Good work by TSI, just sort of skipping out the corner, but he had a black shirt for company.
We said about aggressive forechecks in the first period. The Dogs have come out with one of their own to start this second.
So I just wonder whether the coaches kind of felt they'd been a little passive all round in the first, because it kind of felt like that.
Goodbye. Runs into 2 white shirts. Able to find the pass. Here's the long cross-ice pass. Kirk does a brilliant job getting it ahead of Goodbye. Phillips will knock it around Bradley. Morris is there to clean up. Takes the hit from the veteran forward. Ansel off the left-hand wing. Finds Goodbye. Away from Kirk, holding on his backhand, turns 5s and saved by Zamolstra. And the Bees, really their first shot of the period. It comes just over 4 minutes in. And more importantly for the Bees, it's a little bit of a breather for the defence.
Liam Morris in the full cage, is that a post-injury or?
He did somewhat get his face rearranged last Sunday by James Smith.
Yes. I was forgetting who was on the other end of that.
Yes, he was on the receiving end of that, unfortunately. So I think that's a injury call for that. Dogs at the other end, shoots ahead. Bees in the foot race, Mogg is there. Turned over off the boards. Listen, he has his pocket picked by Rose. That comes all the way back to Brown. Finds Morgan. To Bissonette. He'll go back. Change sides, spur up the left wing, finds Hewitt. Lovely drop pass, Hewitt shot over the bar. Turned over once more, Spur tries to get around Vitali. Spur with it, takes the hit. Loses the puck, Mogg tries to get it away, finds the American Vitali. Sees a return pass, Gianni Vitali into the zone, uses Morgan as a screen, then decides to fire it off his leg anyway. Spur the other way, 3-on-3 chance, Bissonette draws the man out of position, Bissonette's in front of the net, Matt Bissonette, that is fantastic from the Canadian. He gets his 18th of the year and we are all tied up, 25-29, time of the goal.
It's an unusually exuberant celebration from Biz, but I think it's a goal that deserves it. Doing this replay. Yeah, nice little 5-hole backhand.
It's lovely work to get around Morris. As Roger says, 5-hole backhand on Griffin Priest. And for as dominant as the Bees looked for the first 20 minutes, they've looked all at sea in the first 5 of this period. The Dogs have been ruthless. Stead up the left wing, got room to work. Backhands one across goal. Zamolstra sticks to the side. Finds Bradley. Bradley shot through traffic! And as quick as we tie the game up, Ed Bradley re-establishes the Bees lead. 25-40. His third since his return.
Sensing there must have been a deflection on that, or just that Zamolstra didn't see it.
Lost it in a sea of bodies. Snapped over the glove. Something from nothing for the Bees. I think that's the third goal from out of nowhere so far. Wait for the assist from the Dogs goal first. Palmer breaks up ice. Bissonette from Spur and Dermot is the Dogs' second goal. The Bees break in once more. Drop pass Balaz into the glove of Zamosdra. He'll hold on.
So obviously I'm biased, but I do feel that Matt Bissonette, for me, I generally think he's one of the better imports in the league. I think he's maybe underappreciated. Doesn't have the numbers of a lot of the others, but just think in terms of what he does at both ends of the ice. He's not just a points racker upper. He's a great defensive player as well.
Goodbye shot off the shoulder of Zamosdra. Balance, tries to go back to the line. Big hit, knocks the puck loose. Brownlee up to Volkanovs. Bradley from Wilstead and Morris, the Bees' third goal of the night. That one goes into the bench. We said about Bissonette being one of the better imports in the league. I completely agree. It seems to be a theme for this year that you have a lot of two-way forwards needed, especially up and down line. You look at players like Thomas Malasinski, you look at Gabai and Balaz on the ice here tonight. There's imports on all teams up and down the league who seem to be more wanting to play a two-way game as opposed to just being an out-and-out point scorer.
Yeah, which, I guess it doesn't depend on the preference or what you can sign, but to me, yeah, I want them to be contributing all across the ice. The points are great, but actually, it's 200 yards of ice where they can make an impact, hopefully.
Well, even Vlad's Volkanovs as well, obviously plays both the power play and the penalty kill.
Yeah.
So leads the team in short-handed goals this year as well, as Vlad's. Incredible story when you think, was it just after Cody was playing for Altrincham in North 2, and then it was Widnes, and then the big decision to call him up to the Steeldogs, and he looked brilliant last year.
Yeah. He's struggled a little bit this year, but then he's not had the quality alongside him so much, so...
Turnover in the Dogs zone. Passing entirely to Rose. Back to the blue line. Cycled round. Finds his way to Doughty. Shovels it along. Rose will have to battle for the puck. Puck in, knocked loose in the slot. Brownlee will try and hold off Doughty and does a very good job of it. Does then turn it over at his own blue line. Rose on his own, 1-on-3. Blocked by Cooper. From their own zone. Kirk, that one off the boards, off Wilstead stick and into the Bees bench. 8 minutes gone. By Balaz, back to the blue line it goes with Morris. Goodbye. Has Hewitt to company. Finds Balaz. Towards goal, blocked in front by Brammer. Dogs will break at speed. Hewitt will try to step around everyone. Penalty call coming, and the Dogs will head back on the man advantage. Hooking is the call, 28-21 the time of the penalty. See who it is who got called for it. I believe it's Marcel Balaz as he heads to the box. 2 minutes for hooking for the Slovak. And the Dogs back on man advantage.
So, and in the build-up to that, we saw a nice stretch pass, might be an exaggeration, but yeah, fairly lengthy pass from Jack Brown. That does seem to be one of the things that he's adding to playing at the back. Is those it's not about just the 2-yard pass. It's kind of finding guys halfway up the ice and
threading
things up.
Shot from Kirk from the blue lines, kicked aside by Priest. Attempted to kept in by Kirk, cycled round, Bissonette with acres of room, that shot is blocked. Ansonov will get around Hewitt and able to draw a penalty himself. And that man advantage is quickly taken away as Jason Hewitt will sit 2 for tripping, 28-44. We'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 37. You see that drawing penalties, Vanya Antonov.
Yeah.
One of the better ones. That's the second one of those he's drawn so far tonight.
I'll say with the speed of his feet, it's going to happen, isn't it?
4-on-4 for a minute and 37. These already big offensive zones get even bigger. Bissonette wins the draw. Cooper from behind his own cage. Fires it over to Bissonette. Kirk is out-muscled there by Vitali. Broken stick there for Dan Rose. Bees struggle to count to 4. Cross-ice pass finds Spur. Spins away from Rose. Or Mogg, sorry. Cleared out the zone. Cooper collects. Morgan stretch pass to Spur, tips it on head. Priest out of his net to play it. Fired to Mogg. Bees break into the zone. Webb drops off of Will Stead. Stead shot off the dog on Zamolsru's chest. He'll hold on. 43 seconds left with 4-on-4.
You mentioned Sam Cooper and his, well, let's not get into his love of the Bees, but made his, I guess technically not his Elite League debut this week, but his top flight debut this week. Played for the Steelers in their Challenge Cup semi-final against the Blaze on Wednesday night.
Challenge Cup final secured for Sheffield. I think we saw earlier today that they'd sold out their allocation in about 30 minutes for that as well, which is impressive.
I equally imagine the allocation's probably fairly small to start, or relatively small to start off.
I believe it was just under 8,000.
Oh, okay.
7,807 was the number I saw
okay,
for that
right.
one.
Well, I stand corrected and fooled.
Home advantage and all that.
Yeah.
Phillips, the veteran Steelers player, now with the Dogs. Lovely toe drag move in front. Shot is saved by Priest. I'm not sure where it was. Collects it the second time of asking. Phillips weaving his way through the defence.
Oh dear.
Look, I'm not going to say. I'm just going to say, Roger, I did warn you, they're evil.
Ah dear. If you hear a scream, it's as producer Nick kind of bounces off the netting to wherever that lands in.
That's right. He's back to full strength. Chance in front for Antonov, saved by Zamolstra. We'll just recreate the bit from Deadpool. You get run over by a Zamboni in about 5 minutes. That's right, I just tell Nick I'm having holidays for the rest of the year. Yeah, now it's not fun, isn't it? Face off to Zamolstra's left. 20 seconds of a man advantage for the Bees. Enough time for one chance, really, if they could set up quick. Goodbye. Down low to Balaz. Wheels in front. That one's off the side of the post and wide. The bouncing puck falls nicely to Spur, who clears at the length of the ice. Hewitt will rejoin the game shortly. We'll be back to 5-on-5. Now. Cross-ice pass. Bees at speed with Goodbye off the side of the net once more. Antonov bullies his way to keep the hold of the puck. Back to Bradley. Shot blocked in front. Goodbye still with it. Steps around Bell. Drops it off for Balaz. Spins around. Lovely from Balaz, but it's gone wider than net. Morgan there to clean up the damage. Bissonette finds the outlet. And receives a return pass. Matt Bissonette the other way. Matt Bissonette. Brilliant work. Matt Bissonette! I mean, I know it's not his Twitter handle, but that was very biz-nasty. 31-21. The Dogs tie the game up once more with a goal from one end to the other.
And he takes the water bottle with him. And if you think that he essentially started, I think, pretty much from his own red line to get there.
The despairing dive. Again, the joys of a 58-foot-long hockey stick. You can step around a player like that and fire it over the netminder. I'm not going to say karma, but Nick, you know what you did. That one's on you. Face off won by the Bees. Shipped into the D zone.
Goal number 3 for the Sheffield Steeldogs, and scored by number 73, Magnus Neck. From the city,
Stretch pass up to Phillips. Bissonette from Hewitt and Phillips once more. I've said that quite a few times now this year, in various guises. Bees into the zone. Now tries to go back to the slot. Locked up in a sea of skates there. Volkanov's able to find Kirk. Sets Brownlee away at the left-hand wing. Drop pass, not quite back to Cooper, but he will go and collect it anyway. Doxey avoids the ambitious hit from Liam Morris. Doesn't have to distract him and let Downey collect the loose puck. Bees will come the other way. Into the zone, shot on goal, saved by Zamolstra. He'll hold on. 7:27 remaining in the second.
So I should say hello to any members of the Bissonette family that are watching tonight. His folks are over from Canada recently and usually tune into the streams, so hello to them if they're watching. And hello to Mrs. Bissonette as well, who I know will often tune in as well.
Sorry you're slumming it with Marstream and not Sheffield's. Vitali held up in the corner. Able to bring it away from Doxey for a moment. Trying to drop it off to Doughty. And then it comes, Rose, under pressure from Bell. Back to the blue line. Bradley's shot is 3 points in rugby. Held up in the corner once more. Tarley, 2 dogs for company, brings it away. Doughty just effortlessly pushes Lewis Bell aside. Dan Rose cycles, drops it off to Bradley. Vitali. Good puck movement from the Bees. Vitali right on cue. Commentator's curse. 2-on-1 dogs. Easiest penalty you'll see all night as Shudra breaks in. Shudra shot deflected. Rose collects. And a penalty so obvious, both the officials have their arms up. 33-29, 2 minutes of tripping. Whichever one they want to call it on. See who heads to the box this time. I believe that's Liam Morris going for it. 2 for tripping.
So it had been a good period of Bees pressure.
Another man advantage for the Dogs. Win the draw. Good stick in the lane there from Goodbye. Let's check out Bissonette. Round to Phillips. Spur. That pass is intercepted and cleared out the zone. Takes a help off the lip of the glass. Another second lane prevents that pass to Jason Hewitt, but he pushes Goodbye into the corner. Bees will dangerously play, but finally able to get it out of the zone. As Walsrams net play leaves it for Kirk. Fired up Hewitt. Plays onto the opposite wing to Bissonette. Bundled over there by Mogg. Kept in at the blue line just. Helped on its way. Good back check in there from the linesman. Not that it's needed if you're a Dogs fan. Bees into the zone. Chances fired up into netting. Rose with a shot blocked by Spur. 53 seconds left on the Morris Minor. Every week. If people don't want that one being said, tell them to stop taking penalties.
Yeah.
Dogs win the draw in their own zone. Volkanovs up the right wing. Goes back to Morgan on the blue line. Brammer. Good puck movement, shot fired wide. Morgan collects, 5 minutes to go in the second. Mog able to kick it out of the pile. Bees clear at the length of the ice. Apologies if you picked that one up on Mike there. Brownlee carries it into the zone. Good poke check away for Bradley. There's a bit of space. Morgan winds up, fires through traffic, off the pads of Priest. Bees back to full strength. Morgan winds up. Down low, Brownlee chance. Lost in a sea of bodies. Bees with a block shot, and they're able to clear and bring it the other way. Goodbye at speed, loses the handle. Still able to get around Morgan. Shot fired, save from Zmosra. Paddles it away before Antonov can get there. Dogs the other way once more. Brownlee. Drop pass, finds Shudra. Shudra shot, that's off plexiglass. Rebound, Brownlee. How has Priest saved that one? Snap shot from Brownlee, and the Welshman dives across to make the save. Great work from the Bees netminder there.
Yeah, quick reaction and a nice little fall at the end just to kind of freeze it as well, just in case.
Well, you need starter points, don't you? Good work from Brownlee there to snap the shot. So many times over the years I've seen players have the opportunity and completely whiff the shot. So nice to see someone actually able to get it on goal. Dogs win the draw. Bell does a good job jumping ahead of Goodbye. Bees clear it up ice. We've seen enthusiastically waved off. Turner will try and leave out the zone. Runs into a brick wall of balance and Goodbye. He's still able to bring it out of the zone. Priest sticks that one into the corner. Bees with the opportunity the other way. Goodbye. Gets it out from under his feet. Antonov steps in the zone. Antonov shot, saves Zmosra. Puck loose in front, cleared once more. Phillips can't get past Goodbye. Antonov back to the blue line. Baird can't keep it in. Good awareness there from Antonov to see Palmer coming. Long cross ice pass finds Antonov on the left wing. Finds Vitali on the chance on the back door. That shot over the glove and the bar. Not loose. Rose tries to get there ahead of Phillips. Does. Down low. No one in a black shirt. Turner. Able to find Palmer. Icing waved off.
Very emphatically.
Morris through centre ice. Finds Doughty. Rose. Morgan for company. Tiny can't get away from Hewitt. Hewitt's 17 stopped by Rose. Back to Morris to the blue line towards goal. Tip goes wide of the net this time. Pinned to the boards. Down below us. Bell finally brings it away from the pack. Spurs interference is blocked. Falls nicely there to Vitali. Vitali goes for the shot off the skate of Morgan. Goes the other way. Spur can't quite get the handle on it. Good work from Webb to beat Morgan to the puck. Smith off the side of the net. Morgan kicks it away. Morris gets on his knees to block that attempted pass to Bissonnette. Webb, that one is wayward. Hewitt, if he gets it out of his feet, finds Bissonnette. Stops, waits, cross-ice pass finds no one. Straight through the other side. Smith will clear it length of the ice. Stopped by Cooper at his own blue line. And offside call on the Dogs.
Yes, it was another one of those periods of play where the Bees were doing well to keep the puck in the offensive zone. That Dogs lineup have been out there for a good long while.
Minute 14 to go, sorry, in the second. face-off position changing for reasons. Just outside the Bees zone to outside the Dog zone. Swinging to the bench. Face-off won by Balaz. Fired in by Bradley. He's Mosrin out of his net to play it. Phillips finds Brownlee. Brownlee up the right wing into the final minute. He steps around Baird. Drops it off the Kirk to in front of the net. Pre-Stephen is able to push it aside. Turned over there as Hansen gets his pocket picked by Phillips. Back to Kirk. Antonov at his own blue line. Bees with maybe one last opportunity. Antonov cross-ice pass. Finds Bradley on the rush. Antonov behind the cage. Goes to the wraparound. As well as stacks the pads. That shot blocked by Cooper. Goodbye. Digs it out. 13 seconds. Antonov winds up. Fires it straight off the skates of Volkanov. Back to Baird. He fires it straight into the chest of Volkanov's. It's not going to go through him, lads, and it's cleared the length of the ice, and after 40 minutes, we are back to where we started the night, all tied up, 3 goals apiece. 2 moments of brilliance from Matt Bissonnette and James Spur on the power play to start the second period. The Bees get 1 through Ed Bradley. It's a period largely dominated by the Steeldogs.
Yeah, certainly took the opportunities in that period. Some couple of moments of brilliance from Matt Bissonnette, and I think he's exerting his influence on the game as a whole. I was going to comment, it felt a more even period. Possibly not even, felt more like a normal game. I think that first period was just odd. Whereas I guess I'm going to be happy with that 20 minutes overall on the scoreboard, but it felt more of a normal period of hockey.
Well, we said it was a big weekend for both teams. Neither side can, deal with a 0-point weekend. Playoff opportunities on the line. We'll be back in 20 minutes' time with the third and possibly final period. Welcome back to the hangar for the third and possibly final period as Dimitris Milstra leads the Steeldogs out. Elsewhere in the league currently at the end of the second period, Leeds Knights 2, the Raiders 1, the Swindon Wildcats 3, the Peterborough Phantoms 2. It's currently the Bristol Pitbulls 1, the Telford Tigers 1, and the Milton Keynes Lightning 3, Solway Sharks 1. Here after 40 minutes, it's Bees 3, Steeldogs 3. Shots on goal in the second period. There were 13 on Dimitris Milstra in the Dogs net and 9 on Britton Priest in the Bees net. I'm sure he's going to love that shot count for that period. 3 goals on 9 shots. The 1 goal for Ed Bradley for the Bees, 3 for the Dogs, 2 from Matt Bissonnette, 1 from James Spur. And the usual penalties with it. Roger, all to play for in this final 20 minutes in a game that both teams have dominated for large spells of each period. The Bees dominated the first, the Dogs dominated the second. It's a case of who wants it more for this final 20.
It is. I'm certainly hoping that your observation that it feels like the ice is tilted isn't accurate, because the Bees are getting the benefit of the slope in this period. But it's been a game of 2 periods up to now, and it's who wants to come out in the third and try and boss it and try and take it away from the other team. I feel it's a game that is there to be taken by whoever wants it. It's been a bit of an odd one. Yeah, first period was very odd. Second period felt a bit more normal, but I guess it's probably yet 2 teams who are nervous. They're aware of the implications of a loss or a win tonight and tomorrow.
Big momentum going into the game tomorrow afternoon. Remember, these 2 sides meet again up at Sheffield, 4:30. Some guys on the call for that, don't know.
Jonathan Fernley.
Right. And the guy on co-cops.
Yeah. The guy who talks rubbish next to Jonathan Fernley.
I'm not taking a vote on that one. I always said something. The Dogs clear the length of the ice. Icing is called. 18 seconds gone in the third.
I'm pleased to report I have had confirmation that Melissa Bissonnette is enjoying the stream and Matt's performance thus far tonight. Always
nice to get some good reviews, other than the Hockey Freaks Facebook page. Dogs win the draw. Bees quickly turn it over. Doughty. Goodbye. Dogs will clean and come the other way. Volkov tries to go down Phillips. Stopped by Baird. Bradley will take it the other way. Carries it up, drops off Marcel Ballas. Marcel Ballas a trend forward. That one is fired over the bar. Hands off on the blue line, tip from Ballas off the side of the cage. Turnover once more. Goodbye, steps around one. Dom Goodbye with a chance in front, slides it across to Ballas! Lovely work from the Slovak connection as Goodbye weaves his way through the defence. And Marcel Ballas is able to fire it back across Zamosdra. 41 minutes exactly, and Ballas is 33rd of the year.
So the accuracy of that pass when he was halfway down is admirable. And having shrugged off the attentions of several in white and orange to get there in the first place.
I believe there's a conversation going on here. I think it's going to come from the replay. Possibly man in the crease. Nick, can we just re-wheel that quick? So the argument here is it Antonov impeding Zamosdra? Or is it the D-man? This one could be coming back. We'll wait and see what the officials say. Goal given. And the Steeldogs asked the question. There's no harm in that. The worst they can say is no, of course. So the goal stands. And 41 minutes exactly, and the Bees take the lead once more. They haven't been able to hold on to them often tonight. And we've now entered the period of the game where we have the linesman puck dropping contest.
Because that's what we're all come to see.
Oh, we all paid our money to watch that part of the night. Finally, the fourth time Varsity was dropped.
And he's still chatting away about it.
Missing it, tries to find Hewitt. Comes off Long. Hewitt down low, Spur, puck loose in front. Bissonette will go for a lap round. No, he won't. Tries to drop it back to Spur. Bissonette back to the blue line. Cross to Hewitt, shot blocked by Mogg. Puck knocked loose, Vitali fires it out of the zone. Ballas from Goodbye and Antonov for the Bees' fourth goal of the night. He's able to step in front of that pass and just knocks it into the Dogs' zone. Shipped in. Palmer can't get away from Baird. No one really sees where the puck is. Fired across the zone. Morris gets there ahead of Spur. Finds Vitali. Vitali, a little flick to get it away from danger. Hewitt tips that one ahead, beat the icing call. Webb at speed at the right hand side and runs into a Tate sugar shaped wall. Mags carries it over centre ice. Webb able to knock Dermott off the puck. Back to Baird from blue line, winds up fires. That one is blocked by the first man. Good job instead to get that one out from underneath his skates, and Osborne had his net to play it. Dogs able to clear the zone. And they come Palmer, loses an edge. Spins away from Will Stead. Held up against the boards. Mags able to bring it away from Doxey. Bradley. Dogs from their own zone. Shudra stopped. Foot race between Antonov and Kirk. Kirk will beat him to it with ease. Stretch pass sent back. That one will be offside on the Bees. They have to leave it. Morris stopped at the Dogs' blue line. This one's a wide open Vanya Antonov up that right-hand wall. Goes back. Down low chance. Saved by Zamolzra. That one looking for the tip in front from Antonov. Zamolzra getting his body in the way. And once more, again, Roger, it feels like ice is tilted in one direction again.
It's fairly bizarre that 6 out of the 7 goals have been at that end in what has been a fairly balanced game overall.
Back to the blue line, Baird, down low now to Goodbye. Spins away from Kirk, finds Balaz. Baird pinching in, shot saves Zamolzra. Morris takes the hit, able to play back down low to Balaz again. Baird finds Goodbye. Spins away from one. Tries to go back to Baird, won't get there. And that one is out the zone, offside signalled. That one takes an unfortunate bounce off Baird as he tries to block the pass. The Dogs want to go all the way. I think that's just going to stay in neutralised that time.
Yeah, the attempt from Cam Brown in particular to suggest it was a deliberate offside, which I think well, you can ask, but
it's one of those reaction ones where it's just I'm going to get my stick in front of this.
Yeah.
Win the draw. Baird fans on the pass, and Bissonette is quite happy to steal that away from him. Can't find anyone in a white shirt. Mod clears the zone. Hewitt is back to collect. Baird tries to clear. Bounces away from Doughty. Kept in at blue line by Morgan. Almost dispossessed by Rose. Down low to Hewitt once more. Foot race, Vitali blocks that attempt to clearance. Rose is able to get out of the zone and lead the rush. 3-on-3 the other way. Dan Rose tries to find Stuart Mogg. Good save from Zamolzra once more. Flashes the blocker at it. Dogs the other way. Bissonette 3-on-3 the other way. Bissonette's pass tipped. Takes it away from Hewitt. Doughty spins, goes the other way. Looks for a change. Slows everything down. Finds Ollie Nags, steps around, or tries to, D-man, loses the puck in his skates, and then does a good job of stopping that breakout pass.
Got a bit Keystone Cops for a second there.
Hewitt fires one in from outside the blue line into the glove of Priest. And drops it off for Ollie Nags. Nags under pressure from Spur. Didn't have as much time as he thought he did. And that one tipped off Smith's stick, goes all the way out up into the netting. 14 minutes remaining in the third. A fantastic save from Zamolzra on what could have been an absolute killer. Dogs come away with the puck from the draw. Palmer up the right-hand wing. Takes a heavy hit from Liam Morris. And that one is called.
Ouchie.
That one is arguably one of the more obvious boarding calls we'll see all year. 46-0 on. The penalty is called. Wait and see it. You hate to say it, Roger, but it feels like that could be ejection worthy.
Yes, yeah, that wasn't a gentle push into the boards, that was it. And from the range, it was kind of one of those that was only going to be one way it was going to go. So the good news is that Palms is moving and he's kind of rolled over on his knees. So I'm optimistic that there will be nothing, hopefully, too major from this. And Shirley is out there doing Shirley-type things.
Been the Dogs physio for as long as I can remember, Shirley.
Indeed, yes. Yeah, Dogs, Scimitars, and I think Scimitars might be as far back as she goes, but in fairness, that will be 20+ years.
So the referees are having a discussion. We'll wait and see what goes up on the clock. Palmer up to his feet, skates back to the bench. Discussion goes on. I haven't seen Morris escorted from the ice. It's 5 on the board for Morris, so it's definitely 5. It's 5 in game. Here's the call. It is just 5 minutes for boarding, 46:01. So the 5-minute major, the Bees with, well, the biggest kill of the night. 5 minutes for the Dogs to do as much damage as they want. You have to admit, the right call on the penalty. I think it doesn't quite reach the borderline for intent for 5 in game. Definitely messy.
But the pessimist in me says, well, the Bees have already scored one short-handed tonight, so Dogs need to be careful. Use that puck to their advantage.
Dogs win the draw. Bissonette. Back to the blue line. Shot fired, blocked in front by Baird. Priest was going the other way. Bissonette back to Hewitt. Kirk loses the handle on it. Goodbye will take the breakaway. Kirk with a brilliant bit of defensive stick work there to get it away from the coach. That could have been disastrous. Roger with a kiss of death almost there as well.
Definite heart in mouth moment there.
Dogs at the other end of the ice. Finds Bissonette. 5 white shirts in the line, no offside. Bees were looking for it. Antonov gets ahead of Kirk and clears. Bissonette heads to Phillips. Phillips at speed goes to the backhand. Good work from Antonov there this time, and he'll fire it up ice as well. Important bit of stick work there from the Bees forward.
He's got no business doing that.
Dogs once more over the blue line. Brownlee is escorted out the club by Stuart Mogg.
Maybe he's not down.
Volkanov's up the left-hand lane. Into the corner. Mogg battling away, finds Vitali. Once again, another good clearance job by the Bees. Vitali, I was about to say, was almost shot for that one. Front of the net, Gianni Vitali with a chance. No, that one's pushed off his stick as well. More aggressive forechecking from the Bees forwards. Here come the Dogs at speed. Shudra once again stopped by Stuart Mogg. For 2 minutes of the panel play gone already. And for the last minute or so, the Dogs haven't really been able to set up anything. Bissonette to the front of the net. Phillips. Back it round it comes. Kirk fakes the shot, steps inside, across the Bissonette, fires. Saved Priest off the deflection from Phillips. That pass is wayward to goodbye. Balaz helps it away. Only takes a second to create the chance. Got to think this top power play unit is going to be out for the vast majority of this last 2.5 minutes. Hewitt. Down low. Finds his way to Spur. Cycling it around now. Bissonette. Down to Spur at the goal line. Tries to find Phillips. That's blocked by Mogg again. Kirk. Hewitt. Bissonette on the back door. Dive from Mogg. Bissonette fakes it out. Save from Priest. Loose puck in front. Mogg clears the danger. Rings it around the boards. More importantly, out the zone.
We're down to the final minute and a half.
Dogs. Bissonette weaving his way through traffic. Matt Bissonette just can't get it onto his right hand before the goal line. Around it comes again. Hewitt finds Phillips. That's another brilliant save for Priest. Back to Bissonette. Blocked in front from Dan Rose. Kept in at the blue line. Antonov intercepts a pass attempted for Spur. Bees the other way with Dan Rose. Chance for the breakout. Rose snaps a shot on goal. Zamosdra saves it and holds on. Hit just after the whistle with 10 minutes to go. 1:04 left on the Morris major penalty. Britton Priest, as Phillips lost his stick in front of him, it fell to James Spur. And he flashed a skate out at it, Priest. He makes the save.
I'll tell you, there have been almost as many Bees opportunities in the near 4 minutes as the Steeldogs.
it's not that one, maybe the other one. I think this might be it. Yes, here it is. Spur tries to find Bissonette, and Dan Rose just throws himself in front of it. Makes the save. Dogs win the draw. Baird stops at the blue line. Back they go. Volkanovs. Under a minute left now on the power play. Dogs into the zone at speed with Brownlee. Fires it off the referee. It goes back to the blue line. Turned over once more. Brownlee. Penalty coming here on the Bees. Slashing is called. 50-23. I think it's Ryan Webb. Or has it been called on Cam Brownlee here? I'm not quite sure. Or is it both?
It doesn't look like he's...
I think they've called both of them for slashing here. So Cam Brownlee heads to the box. And I think that was Ryan Webb. Don't quote me on that for the Bees. So they're both going to the bin. 50-23. Both hit sitting 2 minutes for slashing. A bit of frustration setting in there for Cam Brownlee. And the Dogs bench. Still 5 on 4. For the last 38 seconds. Dogs win the draw. Back to the blue line. Hewitt finds Bissonette. Another sticking lane this time for Bradley to stop it from falling the spur. Back to Hewitt. Phillips. Tries to leave it for Spur. Balaz is there. They can't clear the zone. Falls to Bissonette nicely at the hash marks. Goes back around. Drops it off to Kirk. Kirk shot wide of the net. Falls to Hewitt. I think Brendan Baird was actually called for slashing there for the Bees. Turned over in the low slot. Spur collects. It looks like they're going to kill the 5 minutes, but will they get a goal as the man comes out of the box? Spur. Bees back to full strength. Falls to Bissonette. Round to Hewitt. No one there in front. Hewitt shot blocked brilliantly again by Stuart Mogg. Balaz clears it up ice. Bees the other way. Balaz winds up, fires. Saved by Zamosdra. End-to-end car crash hockey at the moment. Lovely bit of skill from Jonathan Phillips. Round 2, but too far away from goal. Tries to go back to Shudra. Stick from Antonov there. Takes it away from the young forward. Palmer, who is back on the ice, thankfully. After that heavy hit. Dermott takes it, gets it taken away by Goodbye. Now tries to stick around a man. Stops. Antonov turns, fires that one down low, intercepted again. Balance able to get that away from Shudra. Goodbye helps it on its way, and they'll go for change. 8 minutes to go in the third.
So some real heroics by Mogg, Rose, Priest, amongst other in that 5-minute advantage.
Lots of chance, lots of blocked shots. The important thing, sacrificing the body for the team tonight. Morris try and fire it out of the zone. Kept in. Doxy. Back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. I think it's come off the skate of Nags actually and gone away. Nags will get away from Palmer. He's got space up the left wing. Bundled down by Shudra. The Beast fans want a penalty, but there's nothing in that one. Held against the boards, finally knocked loose. Dogs in his own shot, fired on, saved by Priest. He'll hold on. Get himself a breather. 7:04 to go.
Well, just remember that that's not the first time that Liam Morris has left Tom Palmer on his knees. There was a considerably worse hit that he unleashed on him at Basingstoke. Was that last year? Or even the year before?
One of the two.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's a pattern. I think I'm going to call it a coincidence, but yeah. Poor Tom suffered 2 very nasty hits in the same game, and it's like bizarre because it's not like he's a dirty player who draws these things.
No. Vitali down low to Doughty, who pushes Cooper to the ice. Back to Vitali. Finds way to Baird at the blue line. Vitali tries to find a bit of space. Drops off a Rose. Downey will try and shuffle that between his legs. Vitali with a chance now. That's off the side of the netting. Dogs break the other way. 3 on 2 if they can go at speed. They can. Drop pass. Brilliantly done there, but that's fired wide by Brownlee. All the way to Vitali at the right-hand side. He loves this move, does Gianni. Steps inside one. Gianni Vitali will fire that one on goal. And that takes the deflection wide of the net. Dogs can't clear. Turnover in the defensive zone. Rose can't find its way back to Antonov. Goodbye. Has to flip it in. Moving offside. Brahma for the Dogs. Chips in the zone. That puck goes up off the netting. 5:58 to go. 38 to go even. Dogs win the draw. Back to the blue line, coming together between the 2 men and white, and that sets Dom Goodbye away. Goodbye loses the handle, and then loses it again. Brilliant hockey all round for the last 10 seconds there.
Again, we need that Keystone Cops music.
Bees with it, balance. Pin to the boards. Shot comes in from Morris, loose in front, that's bundled over the line, waved, knows it waved off, pointed out the goal. Bit of confusion there for the ref. I think that's a goal. 54-58, hats on the ice, and I think Marcel Balaz has just got the 5th of the night and his 34th of the year. Balaz from the goal line, yep, shoveled over the line. I'm not going to say the coach has tried to poach one off him there, but Tom's definitely tried it.
Well, he's had more of an impact on the scoreboard than he did in the game in Sheffield, where he didn't even survive the first 20 minutes, if I remember.
No, not for spearing in that one. He's loving Slovak now. I believe that's his 70th point of the season. Dogs into the zone, stopped by Nags. Dogs keep it in, turnover once more, Nags picks up the loose puck.
It was one of the most restrained hat-trick celebrations from the crowd I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was 2 hats.
More shots than anything now. Balaz from Morris and Antonov, the Bees' 5th goal. The Dogs throwing the kitchen sink on this forecheck now. That puck bounces loose the belt, bounces over a stick. Instead will take it out of the zone. Instead takes a heavy hit against the boards, then struggles to pick a stick up, and then gets bundled over from behind. That penalty's coming. That one just feels rather silly from Ollie Turner there.
Yeah, done well with the initial hit, but went back for the second bite, which is what has drawn
a boarding call there. 56-07. I think it's more the case where the player was already in a prone position for that one. The initial hit is brilliant, but you can see Wilstead is trying to pick his stick up. It feels more a frustration hit than it does a actual penalty kind of call on that one.
Really not what you want to be doing with less than 4 minutes on the clock and a 2-goal deficit.
Well, so they've put 21 on the board. I feel I should explain this here. If you see it on the board as it goes past, the clock here doesn't like when players have the number 22. So if we've had to put 21 on the board, it is Ollie Turner. If we put 22 on the board, the scoreboard literally turns off. So, pretty shocking.
That is fabulous.
He's with it behind Zamozja and his net. Cycling it around now, loose in front. That's brilliant puck movement there from the Bees. It's saved by Zamozdra. Balaz. So they've already got 3 on the night. Back to Antonov. Goodbye. Antonov down low. Looks for an option. Tries to draw a D-man out of position. Goes for a second goodbye. Cross ice. Kicked aside by Zamozdra. Back to goodbye at the blue line. Finds Bradley. Dogs doing a good job of preventing any shooting lanes from opening on this power play. Goodbye, cross ice, tries to find Balaz on the back door. Shoveled in, that one's wide of the net this time. Balaz tries to go in front of the goal. Dogs can't quite clear, but they'll get it puck under control for now. Phillips is looking to put on a show as he already steps around 3, steps around 4. Jonathan Phillips, highlight reel, drop pass, brilliant work from Marcel Balaz to prevent Vlad's Volkanovs. That was almost goal of the year.
Almost.
Bees with it behind their own net, not able to get out of the zone. Final 2 minutes of the third period. Here, as the Dogs return to full strength. Bissonette now. Spins away from Baird. And again, fired at cross ice. Hewitt ducked on that one. That one was going at some velocity. And Doughty clears out the zone. More. Back he goes. Hewitt. Tries to spin away from Baird.
No sign of Zamozdra leaving?
Not yet, anyway. You'd have thought it would have happened by now. Smith just carries it outside the blue line. Turned over, a minute to go. Spur. He's trying to clear it. Drop past the Bissonette, almost finds Spur. Kept in the blue line. Shot blocked in front by Mogg again. Loose pass finds no one. And that one, I believe, was a bit iced. It's gone down as icing there with 36 seconds to go.
And that really should be the game, shouldn't it?
Stranger things have happened.
They have. But yeah, that was just one of those moments. Yeah, it was the pass to Hewitt, but I think Hewitt just wasn't expecting a pass, so it dribbled past him. It went past him at relative speed and ends up as icing.
Face off one by the Dogs. They can't get away from Balaz though. Dogs the other way. That one pushed aside by Zamozdra. Pinned behind the goal. Kirk. Puck leaves the zone. The Bees fire it back in. With 10 seconds to go. The drums are going off. As the Dogs burst into the zone, that one is pushed into the corner. And in game 1 of this weekend set, the Bees take 2 big points at home in a win that they've deserved the last few weeks. Final score, Bees 5, Sheffield Steeldogs 3.
So you can go back to that first period and those 2 unfortunate goals. Obviously, at the end, they are the difference. But, I think I'd have to say over the course of 60 minutes that Bees were just that bit more ruthless in front of goal, and that's kind of been probably the Dogs' major challenge through this recent run is they'll do the good work, set things up, but it's that finish that has not been there. We have seen some nice goals tonight, a couple of highlight reel ones from Matt Bissonette, particularly on the road. Either need to be scoring more or tighter defensively, or both. Yeah.
It's weird, 'cause apart from last week, obviously the Dogs haven't really been blown out in many games. That's been part of the problem. It's been scoring, well, for lack of a better term, it's not scoring more than the opposition.
Yes, you know, yeah, kind of games where they've still been there in the last 5 minutes, notably with the exception of Peterborough last week. But and yeah, same again tonight. But it's a game of small margins, and the Dogs are finding themselves on the wrong side of those margins a little too often at present.
It's like if they didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all at the moment, as the old saying goes. We'll have man of the matches shortly. Roger, if you were picking man of the match, who would it be for both sides?
It will be the Bees, I think, Bissonnette and Ballers. For me, I know I mentioned Matt Bissonnette at the top of the show, but I think he has proven me wise for once. And so yeah, it's tough to deny a guy man of the match hat-trick in a 5-goal performance. I've seen it done, but
So we'll move away to man of the match. For the visitors, the Sheffield Steeldogs, who are the lucky winners of an empty cardboard box, as always, for man of the match.
is it an empty cardboard box from the brewery?
Yes, yes it is. We give you the empty box now because the full one is already there. Man of the match for the Steeldogs does go to Matt Bissonnette. Rapidly, the human highlight reel on this team. 2 very nice finishes for his goals, and Roger's falling over them all night. One of the best imports in this league. As the Steeldogs go for their lap of honour. That is the second and last time the Dogs make the trip to Slough this year. So I wish you well for the rest of the season. I hope you enjoy the last 2 months of hockey for the year. And hopefully, maybe, possibly, a sneaky playoff run. If not, Coventry's at the end of April. It's always a fun weekend. And obviously, don't forget that the Bees are up in Sheffield tomorrow, 4:30 face-off. If you're not travelling Bees fans, please do join in the stream. You've got Jonathan Sterling and Roger Williams back doing the commentary on that one.
Great to have your virtual company.
As Ollie Knight presents the shirt off the back to the winners this week.
I'm pleased to see that your man of the match still is beer, because there's a lot of places now with like thermos flasks and cleaning material, and it's like
Swindon, it's coffee.
Coffee? Oh wow, okay.
Which isn't the worst. Yes. The joys of Windsor and Eton Brewery sponsoring it. There's a cheeky plug for them, fellas.
And strangely, we're being sponsored by a brewery ourselves. It's some Bradfield products that our men of the match are fortunate to get.
I know they were very muchly enjoyed when they were up there before Christmas on the coach back home that night. So man of the match for the Bees tonight. Probably a few contenders, Stuart Mogg, Vanya Antonov in there. But it is going to Marcel Balaz on a night where he reached 70 points, breaking the record he had with the Bison last year of 66, and a hat-trick coming up in the clutch there in the third period. A big performance from the Slovak. And obviously a fan favourite with the fans as well. So he has to sign a cap and give it to a lucky fan in the crowd. This is usually been a theme for the year of can you clear the ice or can you not? Sometimes it's really easy and others have found it really hard. Oh, and he's already dropped it on the floor.
That's why he's not a netminder.
One Marcel Balaz signed hat. Will he clear the plexi? Yes, he does. With a plot. So the Bees are on the road up in Sheffield tomorrow. 4:30 face-off. Stream, I'm just going to say 4 o'clock because it'll definitely be on by then.
Yeah, probably live from about 20 past. So, yes, please do join us if you're not making the fairly lengthy trip on a Sunday. Well, it's a lengthy trip at any time, but particularly on a Sunday. Yeah.
Yep, Roger, thank you for coming down and doing this with me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And the Bees are back at home next Saturday, where we welcome our friends from north of the border. The Solway Sharks are back in town for the second time this season. 6:30 face-off. That is here at the hangar. 5:45 live on stream if you can't join us. But please make your way down here for our Saturday night as the Bees skate off tonight with 2 points in this big playoff battle. They go again tomorrow night. And producer Nick, punch it, Chewy.
As we welcome the Peterborough fans, no, not Solway Sharks.